Hello everybody and welcome back. Today England have put out their squad. Um yeah, we'll preview this. This did actually come out last night, but stuff got in the way. Um Borthwick's gone fairly safe in my opinion. No major kind of miss outs or players in. I mean the biggest talking point has actually been the captaincy, which I will put my opinion in. But apart from that, the squad seems alright, and yeah, let's get into it. So, starting off at the props, we've got Ellis Genge, Bevan Rodd, Will Stewart, Joe Hayes, Finn Baxter, and Asher Okpu Fordjor, which is a solid lineup there. You've got your kind of two strings, obviously, through missing Dan Cole and Joe Marler, who both retired recently. I've left massive, not just physically, but morale-wise on the squad. Missing those two is big, but you always have to keep building when players are tired. It's good to see a few younger players with the likes of Baxter and Okpu Fordjor in there. But yeah, pretty solid at props. Onto hookers, we've got Jamie George, Luke Cowan-Dickie, and Theo Dan. Again, unsurprising there. Good to see Cowan-Dickie back. He's been in and out with injury for a while. Jamie George actually losing the captaincy, which has made a few people question his spot in the team then, since he's not been captain. But yeah, we'll wait and see. Still a solid choice. Onto locks and at captain, we've got Maro Itoje. Then we've got Ollie Chesham, Alex Coles, and George Martin. Lock-wise, it's fairly solid again. They've got decent depth in there. Itoje at captain, I actually think is a good call in my opinion. Yeah, he's pretty solid. He's always been that kind of dressing room presence. The only downside I can see to it is he can be a little bit, what's the word? Short-tempered? No. He can be a bit questionable in his discipline and that himself. And he's just got to watch it. I'm not saying he's a bad choice. I do think he's a good choice. But I think if there's one issue is that if he slightly loses his head, it might cause the rest of the team to lose their heads a little bit as well. But we'll wait and see. I mean, it's not... yeah. On to back row, we've got Tom Curry, Ben Curry, Alex Dombrandt, Ben Earl, Ted Hill, Tom Willis, and Chandler Cunningham South. Both Currys are interesting to see. Very rare they're both fit at the same time. If we make it to the Scotland game in round 3 for England, and both of them are still fit, I'll be amazed. They seem to break down more than my car. Alex Dombrandt, a few people question why he's back in. Again, I'm not surprised he's in. He's been alright. I wouldn't say he's been world changing, but he's been solid. Same with Willis. A lot of people have been trying to squeeze him into alliance teams, so it's a big Six Nations for him. If he can start tearing it up, then maybe there is a shirt for him. Same with Cunningham South. He's burst onto the scene recently. So yeah, a few people question why Pollock's not in there. In my opinion, this isn't the time to really push too many new players in. I think Borthwick needs to go for it. They've got a tour to Argentina in the summer, which I think is more where players like Pollock will get slowly integrated in. But yeah, moving on to your backs, at scrum half we've got Alex Mitchell, Harry Randall, and Jack Van Poorflet. Interesting to see there's no Spencer in there. He's kind of the big name that's not jumping out as being there. Fairly inexperienced actually between them, all under 20 caps, but I'm not saying they're bad choices. Yeah, we'll we'll see how they do. Probably Mitchell would be my top choice there, but we'll have to wait and see. On to fly halves, George Ford, Marcus Smith, Finn Smith. Again, that's going to cause some selection headaches, as you can make arguments for all three of them starting. And all this crap about starting Finn Smith and putting Marcus Smith at 15, well, I do think that Freddie Stewart still deserves to be 15. I don't think Marcus Smith is great at 15, in my opinion. 10 he's solid, but not at 15. Yeah, be interesting to see. I suspect he'll start Marcus Smith, as he is seeming to be the kind of first choice, but Ford does slip in and out occasionally. We'll have to wait and see how many drop goals he comes on and misses. I can't make fun of that. He's usually solid from the tee or from the drop goal. On to centres, we've got Henry Slade, Ollie Lawrence and Fraser Dingwall. Again, a little bit short numbers wise, you've got to think there. My eyes away. You know, if something was to happen to one of them, if say Slade gets injured, then you're quite short. But again, player wise, no real issues. Just slightly too little, I think. Onto wingers, we've got Caden Murley, Tom Roebuck, Ollie Slightholme and Oscar Beard. I actually think winger at the minute is probably one of England's weaker points, especially with Frey Boso missing out. I think he was big. You've got what's his face? George Furbank is missing. Again, I'd assume he's injured. Which just, but very inexperienced in all of them. Although what I've seen of some of them, Roebuck and Slightholme both seem decent. I'm going to be honest, I've not seen much of the two Quins wingers, but... and then on to fullback, we've got Freddie Stewart and Elliot Daly. Again, unsurprising there. Stewart's been out for a little bit through injury, but yeah. So there's the England squad. In my opinion, Borthwick needs a good tournament. He was... this is his third Six Nations now. He was alright last year. 3 wins, 2 losses. Beat Ireland, which was big. But yeah, you've got to think if England don't have a good Six Nations, if they come fourth again, then they're gonna have I think there's going to be question marks over Borthwick now. Games for England to target. I mean, I'm just assuming they're going to beat Wales and Italy, although we'll have to wait and see there. They have both France and Scotland at home, and both of which they have struggled in recent years against. I mean, the last time France was in Twickenham, they put 50 points on England, so yeah, England will want to see that changed and try and get one back. Scotland, I mean, Scotland have beaten, have got the better of England recently, so I think they'll really target those 2 games to win. And then Ireland away in the first round, it's going to be tough for them, but I'm not completely ruling them out, England. But yeah, that's the team. Again, I have predicted them to come fourth. I just think that Scotland, France and Ireland are better than them at the minute. I'm not saying they're bad, but yeah. That's the team. Thank you very much for watching. I know France and Scotland are putting their squads out today. I shouldn't have cars breaking down again. I should have. Alright. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. And until next time, I shall see you later.